So lavender being there, obviously that's a great great one. We all know how good lavender is for stress levels. So welcome to the class. Most of you know me. My name's Kirsty. I'm a gold leader with doTERRA. I used to work in a pharmacy, and now I help people with natural solutions, and it's a really huge part of my life. It's something I now do full time, and I just love it. It's really inspiring, and I love empowering people. So yeah, and I'm really fortunate that I can actually do this remotely, and I can still do classes and help people from my home. But I do really miss my interactive classes and getting out there and seeing people. So what I'm going to cover today is what is an essential oil, the doTERRA difference, 3 ways to use oils, how essential oils affect emotions, and then I'm going to go through different types of oils and then some extra support as well. So an essential oil, I do talk about this every time I do a class, so I'm just going to keep it brief. So essential oils are volatile aromatic compounds extracted from plants. So they support the plants through their natural life cycle, and they keep it strong and healthy. They work within our bodies in the same way as they do the plant, supporting us at a cellular level, which basically means oils, as you can see from the diagram here, they can penetrate the cell membrane. They can fight threats to our body, which are happening on the inside of our cells and on the outside of our cells. Conventional medicine is water soluble, which means it cannot penetrate that cell membrane. And that's why we often have reoccurring issues if you're having medications repeatedly for the same issue. So they are highly concentrated. They are up to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And the diverse range of essential oils and their versatile benefits just provide endless applications and help for your health and well-being. So I'm going to go through some of those for our emotions today. So the doTERRA difference, doTERRA have a very strict way of producing oils. So they will never have any fillers, any artificial ingredients, and no dilution in them. The essential oil industry is actually highly unregulated. So doTERRA actually revolutionized the way families manage their health and well-being, and they are the global leaders in this industry for a very good reason. We have a global sourcing network, which we source where the plants are indigenous, and we use our co-impact sourcing model, which just basically means it's ethical, it's sustainable, and it's humanitarian. We are always working with communities and farmers to provide for them as human beings, as well as working with them to partner for essential oils that we can have them here as well. So they are advancing in scientific and medical research every single day. They are pioneering the way for integrative healthcare, which I think is really important, and they are at the top of their game for this. And they have testing done by an external company, and the results are available to us as a consumer of the oils. So we can just go on to this website to type in the bottle batch number from at the bottom of our bottle, and we can have a look to see the testing results. And we're the only company who are being that transparent. So how to use essential oils. So a lot of you know this, but I will just go over it. What have I got here? Oh, some wild orange, lovely. So aromatically, you can just literally inhale it from the bottle. I like to put a drop in my palm. 2 came out then. Rub it together and breathe it in. Oh, it's so refreshing. That's wild orange. It's lovely. It can help affect mood very quickly, and I'll talk more about that. And you can diffuse it as well, and then it will affect everybody in the room. You can use essential oils topically, which just basically means on the skin. So apply this with a carrier oil. FCO is fractionated coconut oil. You can also use sweet almond oil or any other carrier. And you can apply this when I'm using it for the emotions. I love to apply to my pulse points, the back of my neck. We have a lot of nerve endings from our brain ending there. My heart, my chest, so I can just like easily inhale it, and just also in my palms just to breathe in. The internal usage is really good for your emotions. So having lavender internally is a really very calming from the inside out, and frankincense as well, very good for the nervous system. And it's just the next level for me. If I'm feeling really overwhelmed, that's how I will then use essential oils. I really don't like the taste of the lavender oil, so I pop it in a capsule, and I'll do like 3 or 4 drops and take that, and it's just very, very soothing. So essential oils and emotions. So when we inhale an essential oil, the scent is processed through the brain's olfactory system. So this is the sensory system responsible for controlling our sense of smell. The olfactory system is connected to our limbic brain, an area where memories and emotions are stored. So at this point, the limbic system produces a distinct response to the aroma based on memories that are associated with that particular smell, and creating a rush of feelings that follow. So when I first smelled doTERRA's wild orange, because I'd had orange before, but doTERRA's wild orange was like a literal orange, and it really reminded me of having a satsuma or a clementine in my packed lunchbox as a child, and then just opening that, and I love doing that, just having that smell. So that brought back like memories of me sat outside having my packed lunch with my friends and just opening that, and it's amazing how essential oils can just bring that forward really, really quickly. So they produce responses based on the smell, which can enhance our well-being and manage our reaction to stress and calm anxiety. So this is an effective way to use essential oils, as it can alter our mood and it can create new emotional pathways in the brain. I'm going to show you an aromatic anchoring technique later on as well, to just show you how you can do that. So more and more clinical studies are being performed to support the use of aromatherapy in stress management. So when choosing an oil to help with your emotions, think about how you want to feel. So if you are feeling angry, you want to feel calm. And then you can choose intuitively, focusing on that calm feeling you want. And I'm going to go through some of my suggestions for what ways you want to feel and what oils that I like. But that's really important, because if we're focusing on, I'm just so angry, I'm just so angry, I'm just, you know, you're just going to make yourself feel worse. If you identify what you're feeling, and it's very important to do that, then think, right, I want to feel calm. Or if you're feeling worried, you just, and you know, or bored and you want to feel inspired, you know, just make sure you focus on the positive aspect you want to think about, that you want to feel when you're choosing an oil, and intuition really plays a big part here. So my uplifting oils that I love are mostly citrus. So if you're feeling really low, somber, sad, or bored, and you just want to feel happier and just uplifted, all of the citrus oils are amazing for this. And I love Douglas fir as well. Douglas fir is really, really good for uplifting. The chemistry of these oils all help us feel happier. You cannot smell a citrus and not smile. And yeah, so those are my few. So grapefruit's lovely, I love that in my water, and also lime. And I have citrus in my diffuser nearly every day. And the blends that we have here are Arise, which is from the Yoga collection, Chia, and Elevation, all really good oils for helping you feel much more uplifted and happier. Invigorating. So this is if you are feeling run down, you're unmotivated and you're tired and you really need that boost. So spicy oils are really good for this, and also minty oils. The menthol in there is really helpful. So I'm loving spearmint at the moment. Spearmint with a citrus is really, really nice. And I also love ginger as the oil of empowerment, and it's really good for just giving you a kick up the bum, really. I love ginger for that. And again, all the, cinnamon, cassia, clove, all those spicy oils are really nice to get your senses going. And the blends that we use for this are Citrus Bliss, Motivate, which smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream, by the way. It is amazing. And Passion and Whisper, all really, really invigorating. So calming oils. So this is if you're feeling angry, frustrated, stressed. So bergamot is actually a citrus oil, but the chemistry of bergamot means it's actually very calming to the senses. Cedarwood is calming as well. And geranium, like all the flower oils, have very calming chemistry and soothing properties. So I love neroli. Neroli is probably one of my favorites if I'm feeling a bit jittery, and I just need to come back, come back to myself a bit more. So a lot of essential oils do have calming properties, but these are my favorite. Melissa is really next level for just helping with frustration and stress. I really, really love that. I put a drop under my tongue, or I sometimes press it on the roof of my mouth. It tastes quite strong, so I don't actually do a whole drop. I put it in my palm first and then press it in my mouth. Roman chamomile is lovely. I'm really enjoying Roman chamomile at the moment. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, and you'll find that with essential oils that sometimes you can go, you get really attached to one, and then one day you just think, oh, I'm not feeling this anymore, and that's quite normal. Blends carry calm for hormonal. So if your stress and frustration is hormone related, clary calm is an amazing balancer for that. And I love Console. Console is just your hug. It really is. It's warming as well as calming. And then Serenity, I've got some Serenity here actually. I love Serenity for just grounding me. It's got such a great mix of a lot of different calming oils in there. Oh, so good. So grounding oils. So this is when you're a bit in your head. You're feeling really overwhelmed, you're anxious, you're worried, and you're just getting a bit in your head too much, and you need to come back down. So tree oils are very good for grounding. And as well, when you're using tree oils, imagine the roots coming down through your legs, through your feet, and into the ground. It's a really good visual practice, which really helps when you're using the oils as well, just that extra layer of calming and grounding work that goes on with that. So if you just think about connecting back to the earth, and if you're an overthinker, grounding oils are really good for you. So black spruce is really lovely. I love patchouli, I love spikenard. These are all quite connecting and spiritual oils as well. Frankincense and myrrh in there. And then some blends are Balance, Forgive is really good, and also Peace. I'm loving Peace again at the moment, actually. I did go off Peace for a while, but Peace has got a lot of vetiver in it. That's what it smells like to me when I smell it. It's quite heavy on vetiver, which is a very strong oil, but it's, I don't know, whatever else is in that blend, I wasn't feeling it. So I always love vetiver, but yeah, I'm back on the Peace. It's funny how we transition between different oils of what we want, and this is when I say you use oils intuitively. If you're not feeling something, just put it to the side, but don't discard it, because there'll be a time when you smell it again and you think, oh, I really love that. And that's happened a lot to me with different oils. And then protecting. So this is super important at the moment when we have very little time and space to ourselves. So if you're feeling a bit rejected or threatened or insignificant, or you just want to create a sort of boundary of this is my space and that's your space, and just like that energetic boundary, because we can't really have that physical boundary, especially if we've got young children at the moment, when we're stuck indoors all day, and you know, it's difficult. So to protect your emotions and protect your sort of like energy field, these are really great oils. I love arborvitae for this. Lemongrass is one of my favorites. Cardamon's great as well. Melaleuca is actually the oil of energetic boundaries. I place Melaleuca most days, like on my third eye, on my neck, and usually on my heart as well. I just sort of like get it on, and just, it's just then protecting my energy. So if anyone's feeling negative or overbearing or anything else that's going on, I'm not picking up on that and reacting to it. So I find this really helpful. These are really good oils for mums. Create a spray. So I have a spray of lemongrass, melaleuca and Siberian fir, and it is just my protection spray, and I just spritz my aura with it, spritz, you know, all around, and I use that. It's over there. It's to hand at the moment, and it just, yeah, just creates that energetic protection for you. And blends which are really good for this are On Guard, Purify and Terra Shield as well. Terra Shield is actually really protecting for like outdoor pests, but it's very protecting energetically as well. And you'll find that the oils which are, so arborvitae, really good if you have any in your wood, like woodworm and things. It's really protecting against pests, and you know, and our pests as well. So protecting oils are really good. So aromatic anchoring, so this is something we can all do, and I'm going to show you a simple way to do that. It's really, really easy. So you just need to think back. So if you want to think of a specific emotion of calm, for example, you might want to anchor that to like a lavender or serenity. Or if you want to think back when you felt joyful, like orange and citrus oils are really good for that. So like focus on a memory, then put a drop of oil in your hand, just like I did earlier. Rub that together. Breathe that in. Inhale it deeply, and play back that memory, pay back those feelings, like what was the, where were you, who were you with, what was the weather like, what was your surroundings like, what did you, you know, how are you smiling, and all those things. And just inhale that deeply, and then just repeat that process several times, and evoke that real powerful emotion. And the better you get at visualizing, the more you get into it, the more you're going to anchor that feeling. So you can go play through different memories, different joyful memories. So if you want to feel grounded, that's, for instance, a really good one to anchor to that. And then what that means is when you smell that oil, you are invoking those joyful memories, but also that joyful feeling, because memories and feelings when it comes to aroma are like this. They are incredibly linked. So that's a really nice and easy process that you can use for your oils, so that you know when you pick frankincense up, you know it's grounding, but you've now anchored your own personal memories and feelings to that oil. And some other support for you, because oils are life, but we do need to do other things as well. Go out for a walk. You know, we do all have the ability to just take ourselves to a walk at the moment, I hope, and just get out in nature. If you have a garden, you can walk around barefoot in the grass, do so. Just having the electrolytes from the soil and the grass is going to be really connecting to the earth and really calming for you. Talk to a friend, hop on a Zoom chat, hop on a video call, FaceTime them, because yeah, we need that connection. We can be socially or physically distant, but we can still be sociable. So if you're feeling a bit down or fed up, you're not alone. So reach out to a close friend that you can talk to. Journal your thoughts and emotions. This is a really good way to just let your thoughts roll out, and it's a really good way to sort of process them as well and just get everything down. Doesn't have to be neat, doesn't have to be in a nice pretty journal. You can chuck it in the fire afterwards if you want to. Forums and Facebook groups. There's lots of lovely groups that you can connect into at the moment which have lots of help and tips and community feels. If you're a mum at home and you're looking after the children by yourself, and you can, you'll find forums for that sort of thing, so that you can just connect with people who are who have something in common with, which is really important to help us know that we're not alone. And create a sacred space in your home, somewhere that's just for you, even if it's like a little corner in a windowsill, and just put some pretty things there, flower, or something sentimental. Just get a little corner which is just yours, where you can go and just like tinker and just be, and you'll feel like, even if you do have very limited actual space from your family at the moment, you just have this little corner which is yours, and that's going to feel really nice. Have a massage. If you have a partner and they can give you a massage, perfect. Use aroma touch or deep blue, or marjoram's really nice. I really like marjoram at the moment, and that's really going to be nice and helpful to just ease any tension. Give yourself a head massage as well. We don't need to all be experts in massage to be able to just stimulate that feeling for ourselves. I love giving myself a head massage. And just make time for yourself. So even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, even at your own little sacred space where you can just be and just not think, and you're not on your phone, and really intentionalize what you want to feel and do for that time. Maybe put on a meditation if that's going to help you. But there are lots of other things to support that we can do. So I hope that was helpful, everybody. Thank you. I thought that was my last slide. So yeah, I really hope that was helpful for you, especially in times like this where we're probably all needing a bit more support in this area. So if you have any questions, do pop them below and I will get back to you. So take care and good night. Oh, how do I stop this now? Stop share.